Can I ask you about your contemporaries, or is that going to annoy you? So you're often grouped in with the other big name of the YBA generation, Damien Hirst. Thoughts?
I'm going to look over to Harry now. Harry's winking at me, smiling, winking at me. So, okay, I think it's really hard to be an artist. I think it's really difficult. I think people who don't make art or don't attempt to be an artist don't understand how difficult it is to have that conviction, that self-belief and everything. Damien was a young artist that started off with a lot of that belief and a lot of that conviction. He was like a force, and now he's not. But every artist has a...
But you mean his art, you don't think his art's interesting anymore? Because one of the things about art that's kind of intriguing and like so much contemporary art, some of it's opaque. Actually, I think a lot of your art's quite relatable. It's accessible, right? You can understand there's a narrative behind a lot of it, and it's representational, or if it isn't, it's conceptual in a way that you can understand. You can understand a tent that's representing aspects of your intimate life and in an ambiguous way paying tribute to difficult and wonderful experiences, right? Or the bed, it's right there. It's like there's a story there, and the story is someone's life. At least at first glance, it feels almost like it has a documentary quality. And like as a documentary maker myself, I feel as though I'm getting an insight into someone's life. You can study it, you can look at it. It's not difficult to kind of understand.
Now when you see the bed, it's like stepping back into time, because there's all these things, like there's a newspaper, a False Gap Guardian newspaper. There's things that you just don't have anymore in 2024.
What else is there? There's some used condoms, is it?
Yes, there is some used condoms. There's many things. There's my slippers, there's pill packets,
like what sort of contraceptive pills?
Yeah, there's all kinds of
Is there a bottle of wine or something, is it?
It's vodka, but I never drink spirits then. But
so who'd been drinking the spirits?
Matt had been drinking spirits.
So it was a bed that you'd shared with Matt. So there might be Matt's DNA on some of the condoms.
Sure there is.
That's handy. If in the future they want to clone Matt and create like a theme park, like it could be like Jurassic Park, the YBA edition.
I think you.
They could have YBAs roaming around in a theme park. No. Harry, will you write that down? That's my concept.
I'm trying to see. I wouldn't do an interview with you before because I didn't want you to let yourself down talking about art, making a big joke out of it all. Okay. And here you go.
No, come on, that was a joke.
Later, no. 20 years later, you're letting yourself down.
But this was me actually saying that I think your art is accessible, and I feel as though like I enjoy, and I get references, and now I'm going to try and prove my credentials. I get a little bit of Munch, Edvard Munch, the Norwegian expressionist, and I get a little Bacon in some of the colour choice, especially the newer stuff. And in the same way where in a lot of Bacon you get almost sadomasochistic, the suggestions of either sex or wrestling hinted at, and then it comes suddenly into focus in one part of the canvas, and then the rest might almost be like a colour field painting, like a Rothko. But in yours, I see a little similar. It's paying tribute to experiences that are tender and violent and everything in between. Did it sound like I was...
No, that was very, very good.
Was that all right?
It's totally good, yeah. Every single reference as well was a good one. I like all of those artists.
We didn't really arrive anywhere with Damien Hirst, what you think he's lost.
No, because you know what, I'm not really, as I said to you, it's really hard being an artist. It's really difficult.
You just don't like the work, is that what it is?
No, it's not that. It's just like, I think a lot of male artists, right, in general, I always say this, right, men, they sort of peak in their 40s. They have just it's like one massive giant ejaculation, say. And women...
It's a nice image.
Yeah. Women just tend to come and come and come and come and come. So as a woman, you carry on coming all your life until you're old. Like Louise Bourgeois, 97, she stopped working. She stopped working the day she died,
Amazing.
And women have the capability of doing that as long as they're given the opportunity to do it. And I think a lot of men peak in their 40s and women continue. So maybe Damien peaked. I don't know. We have to see. Only time can tell. Only time can tell with artists. You can't. It's not clear. Like now, if you look Joan Mitchell, for example, wow, she's like, undoubtedly one of the greatest American abstract painters ever. Better than Jackson Pollock, better than
Joni Mitchell, the musician.
Joan Mitchell, the painter.
Okay. Cut that bit out.
Keep that bit in, yeah.